send another song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 520. It's Friday, June 14th, 2013, 11 p.m. Pacific Time. Internet talk radio for your imagination. Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Today we hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley. Plus we bring you this segment into an interview where I talk to Evan Abeele of the dream pop music group MEMORYHOUSE.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And sorry, the podcast hasn't been very daily lately. I've been busy as a hungry mouse.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Because a hungry mouse is always looking for cheese, and he's really busy. I had a friend of mine from high school who I haven't seen in like 7 years. I met him for a couple of beers up in Napa at a place called Napa Smith Brewery. There is really good beer they make there. I sometimes engage in tomfoolery, like singing at open mics like I did last night. I got to sing 8 songs.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
That never happens at open mics. Usually there's like 1 song per person, and that's so wrong.
Mike's
because there's
Daily
also open mics that
Podcast.
have you do 3 songs, and when there's like 20 people, you never get a chance to play. But last night it was like me and 2 other guys, and so we both like just kept playing. Kept coming back around. They'd do 3 songs. It was like a guitar pool, like I've been to, like they have out in Nashville. Well, they'll have like 5 performers on stage, guitarists, singer-songwriters, maybe a pianist, and they do a couple songs, and they just keep going around and around like a carousel of music and songwriting. Oh, look, who just walked in.
Michael Masters, this is Madame Rootabega. And why didn't you tell me you were going to do an open mic last night?
I just sort of did it on the spur of the moment. And I did, since it's out in Livermore, from Podcastro Valley to get to Livermore at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, forget it. Because you got all the people coming out of San Francisco that are heading back towards Tracy in that area. And the freeway just gets totally bogged down. So I took BART, and then from BART got on the Wheels rapid transit system, the buses that they have that go out to Livermore. And I was there in about an hour and a half, probably the same amount of driving time. And I arrived with no road rage.
Michael Masters, I enjoy road rage because I like to say the word road rage.
Yes, you do that well. Look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the backing attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Guys, did you know that if you sing happy birthday in a public place, you could be sued for copyright infringement?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it says here in businessweek.com that Warner Brothers Music Group actually owns the rights to that song. And they actively seek payment from anyone who uses that song. That led to a lawsuit in which a New York-based filmmaker sought to move the famed birthday song into the public domain, allowing its future use free of charge. Fear of being sued for Happy Birthday to You has been, at least in part, one of the reasons chain restaurants in the U.S. have often resorted to ingenuity and creativity when dinners mark annual milestones with a meal. It says here in businessweek.com that eateries as public places would be vulnerable to legal action by Warner if they use the copyrighted tune. If you go to Chely's, for example, they sing, "At Chely's we say it's fun and true, especially when we sing for you. Good news is we sing for free. Bad news is we sing off key. Sound off happy, sound off birthday, happy birthday to you." And other people do. Other versions.
Michael Masters, if the Supreme Court can say that genes that appear naturally are not in any way the property of any huge corporation, why can't they say that about the happy birthday song?
Personally, I like it when people don't sing that song. I hate that song.
Hey, how come the Beatles don't release their song "Today's Your Birthday"? That could be a new birthday song. Do you know that?
You guys are full of tremendously good ideas. And bad ones, too.
Michael Masters, did you sing Happy Birthday at your open mic last night?
No, I sang original tunes I sing my songs. Damn Red Car, God is Embarrassed by Christian Pop Music, Proof, the trailer song, the Alien song, Single Men, Okay, No Concept at All, and My Fall.
Wow. Would the people bored out of their minds, they?
Yeah, you didn't do Freebird?
I would have, but I would have been sued by Warner. No, I don't know if they own that song. Dang, Warner. You should tell them, bitty, 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 that's all, folks. Like the pig. The pig that, in those cartoons that Warner Brothers did.
Michael Master, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm saying that they should stop suing for that song when people sing it.
Oh, okay. That is good.
I see you're backing away from me.
Goodbye.
I think I've frightened her away. Well, if you think that Happy Birthday should be in the public domain, or you think that, no, it shouldn't because the person that wrote that song a gazillion years ago still deserves to get money for it. Oh, wait, they don't get money for it. Warner Brothers gets money. Anyway, you can email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. Also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show, or if you'd like to sponsor the show, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. We also have links on our website, mikesdailypodcast.com, links to amazing things like where to listen to the show in iTunes, subscribe to this show, rate this show, comment on the show. We've got no comments on this show, which is both bad and good because, if someone doesn't like the show, we sure don't want to hear from them. But you know what? Good or bad, it's good to hear from you. So if you'd like to comment on the show, you can do that. The link there at mikesdailypodcast.com. Also, you can like this show on Facebook, Yelp about this show on Yelp, and catch our Twitter as well as YouTube, our YouTube channel. All the links to those as well at mikesdailypodcast.com. And we're also on SoundCloud and Spreaker.com. Links to that as well as the blog and the podcast picture. Oh, yes, and the Amazon deal of the day. Click on that, buy something through that, you get us money. mikesdailypodcast.com.
Into an interview.
Hello?
Hello, Evan.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's Mike Matthews from Mike's Daily Podcast. Sorry we're a half hour late. I guess I had the wrong number.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I was wondering what happened. I thought that just got canceled or something.
I know. It was a sense of complete panic, but everything is fine now. I'm talking to Evan Abeele.
Yep.
Evan Abeele, one of the masterminds behind Memory House on Sub Pop Records, and I heard your song "Walk with Me," and I'm like, I have got to talk to these guys. I've got to interview them and find out about them because they're fantastic. I really like that song.
Oh, thank you.
So exactly, tell me about Memory House and who it's comprised of. It's you and Denise Novian, right?
Denise Novian, yep. She's the singer, kind of plays some synth and other stuff. We all kind of do everything. And we have a drummer that he played on the record. He's kind of mostly a part of the band now. I guess he's not really in the press photos, but he's the secret mastermind, really. His name is Daniel.
Daniel's the secret mastermind?
In the sense that he comes up with fantastic drum beats, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that drum beat on Walk With Me. Did he have a hand in that?
Yeah, he came up with that disco part to
it. Awesome. So you were greatly inspired by Max Richter.
Yeah, that's correct.
He's a German neoclassical composer. I think he's in his 40s.
Yeah, I think he's around 45, I think.
And how did you get into him, and how has he inspired you in the band Memory House?
A friend, I guess, just burned me a CD. I mean, I was into that whole modern classical kind of thing at the time, and I guess this would be the mid-2000s, and my friend showed me his work, and I found it really intriguing. I just like the use of space. It's not really busy at all, and it's like pretty much the opposite of Baroque, in which it's constantly stripping away sounds and instruments and just creating a lot of negative space, and that ends up becoming the basis of the composition, which I found intriguing. And so I guess initially that was really the goal of Memory House, to really strip things away and let those spaces kind of do the talking. It's obviously kind of evolved a bit out of that direction, but that was definitely the foundation.
Ah, stripping away the negative space.
Yes.
and Memory House is born. And so that inspired the sound. And how did you end up meeting Denise?
We grew up in the same small kind of college town, and they had a lot of really good like indie shows every week, and so I guess we would both just kind of meet up there. we had some mutual friends, and so we just kind of shared the same interests, so we decided to just do this project together.
Okay, and you're in Canada?
Yes.
In Toronto?
Just outside of Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, just outside.
Tell me about, is it Guelph? Guelph?
Yes. Guelph, yes.
Tell me about Guelph.
It's pretty cool. It's kind of a relaxed, small town vibe, I guess. It's trying to think of an American city that I could compare it to. It reminds me of South Bend, Illinois, I think a lot. I think there's a big college there.
Oh.
I can't remember. It's like, I want to say the Fighting Irish or something. There's a big college there, and that's kind of what it's like. Or
Notre
maybe
Dame?
even a little bit. Notre Dame, that's right. Yeah, the Fighting Irish. There you go. Okay. So it's a lot like that, to be honest.
Oh, okay. And so, do they have a Dairy Queen? No, they don't have those in Canada.
No, we have Dairy Queen, yeah. We have a few of those.
Okay. And she is into photography.
Yes.
Okay. And you're into composing. That those two talents that you guys have kind of bring you together, too?
Yeah, it kind of coalesced in a nice way. I don't know. I'm just always looking for things outside of music to inspire me. I think that it's kind of natural to get inspired by the opposite of what you're into. You just kind of try to bring that world into the world that you created with your music.
Oh. And does she take a lot of pictures of you? She takes some landscaping, pictures of the landscape. And
yeah,
I've seen that. But does she just go, I'm taking pictures of you, Evan, today?
No, she doesn't really take photos of me. It's mostly, again, a lot of it would be characteristically defined as, again, negative space. It's all, there's no real subject in a lot of her photographs. It's all kind of vacant, abandoned areas. A lot of the really core photographs that we use to inspire us comprise a series that Janice did of her old abandoned childhood home, which is really cool. We kind of snuck into this old abandoned farmhouse, which is really her physical memory house, so to speak. And we did some photos in there, and it was pretty cool and kind of creepy, but it was pretty neat.
That would be interesting to go back. I've driven by my old childhood house, and they've completely changed it and rearranged it, and the neighborhood's gone completely downhill, and it is spooky. It's weird to see. I'm gonna sneak into my old house and take pictures. Is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you should do that, regardless of whether the fact people are living in there or not. Just go in there with a camera, just get it done.
We endorse trespassing on Mike's Daily Podcast and taking as many pictures as you can, and then running like hell.
Yes, exactly.
So I was reading the bio, and it said that you're a pop music encyclopedist.
I didn't know I was in the bio. I like pop music a lot, though, so I guess it's vaguely accurate. We always have, I don't know, it's this weird thing with bands where they tend to really narrativize their lives in order to make them sound interesting, when really it's just like a pop music encyclopedist who's probably just like a dork sitting around his computer downloading albums. That's probably the cleaned up version of what that is.
No, well, I must be one of those. I think I'm a pop music encyclopedist. It's fun. We should get together and talk about endlessly music. Oh wait, that's what we're doing now, kind of. And then what is that picture on the cover of the album, The Slideshow Effect? Is that a Denise picture?
Yeah, Denise took that photo. It's of her friend, and it's of this, I guess it's like a nature reserve just outside our hometown. And the idea we wanted to do with that was that the album's called The Slideshow Effect, and really it's kind of about misremembering and just how that is kind of an art form, how we tend to have really biased and impure memories. And so the photo